Hello everyone. It's gonna rain here pretty soon. I wanted you to see this little thing. Look how tiny he is. He's little bitty. You usually don't see him this small. I have one that lives right within the siding of my home. I see, ooh, he just ran, he jumped, but he's so tiny. I don't know where he went. He's gone. These flowers came back up that we had planted last year. Eventually, I'm gonna move them back there. I put my canna lilies back there. Eventually, I'll move these back there because they'll come up every year. This tomato plant didn't do so great. I have one right here. I'm gonna leave him there a little while longer, but it really didn't do that great. We're thinking we might have made this bed a little too shallow. Not so sure, but we got some changing to do. Here's a little jalapeno coming up, and then we don't have any problems with green onions. Those will come back time and time and time again. So, but I looked at, I'm going to look into blueberries because I have a space behind my shed that has a lot of shade. I think it's kind of dead space, but it would grow blueberries really well. So I'm going to look into that here pretty soon. I have to do some research on blueberries, but I've seen Mr. Tom in Alabama with his blueberries, so that's got my interest perked up. But so far I've learned that I can eat those palmettos back there, the stems, the fronds. You see the fronds. I'm gonna go back there. Not the fronds. Meaning you can't eat any of this. The fronds, the big old spray. Great for pulling and makes a great fan. But mainly what you can eat is the stalk down here, the main stalk. You can pull it, you can eat it, you can cook it, you can eat it raw. But it has protein and nutrition. So, and then my little pine tree over here apparently is loaded with vitamin C if I make tea with it. Apparently my canna lilies, I can eat the root system. Strictly protein, but the root systems are edible. I'm just trying to learn my area and what is edible, just in case. Not a bad thing to know. And I have all these woods back here. Not my woods, but nobody's using them. So as soon as it gets a little bit cooler, I'm going to go back up in there and see what's available as far as naturally growing. And look and see. And then underneath the shed over here, we have rabbits who have taken and made burrows underneath here. So that is a source of food. Rabbits are actually very good as far as eating, if needed. I mean, we're going to leave them alone unless we need them. We have squirrels up in our trees quite a bit. That's another source of food. I know a lot of people go yuck, but you'd be quite surprised. I prefer rabbit over squirrel actually, but They're actually pretty tasty, and if you're hungry, I'd say you'll eat just about anything, and it's best to eat what's best for you. But as far as foliage, I need to learn a little bit more about back up in these woods and what's available to us, because there are things available because people existed here prior to grocery stores. I know there's a water source. There's a water source back there in those woods, which is important in case everything goes. But it may never happen. But these are things we need to teach our children, and so they can teach their children, because if it doesn't happen to us, it could happen in the future. And we were taught some things by our elders who are very knowledgeable, but a lot of that is getting lost from generation to generation. And I think it's something that's necessary. And for those that are picky about what you eat, you're going to have a problem if we ever get in those kind of circumstances. But it's good to know. It's also a way, if you want to save money too, you might find something that's edible in your environment that could replace something that you have to pay for. You never know. But live and learn, live and learn. I wish we had blackberries back here. That's really what I want, is blackberries, wild blackberries. I need to do some research and find on how it is, if I find them, that they can be moved and transplanted. We have plenty of poison ivy back here, but I'm not allergic to poison ivy. So I'm left in charge of thinning it out when it gets to be too much, because some in my family blow up bad from poison ivy. But I'm fortunate not to be allergic to it. I think I saw a sprig over here coming straight up, not even, no, I must have knocked it down when I mowed the grass. Anyway, yeah, but just a little, so you can kind of see things you need to consider. We're all in different areas and have different capabilities to what we have access to. And you need to know what it is that you have access to. It's just smart. But I will talk to y'all later. I have to look up and see whether hibiscus, that would be interesting. Can they actually be eaten? It's tropical. It's a possibility. I bet you can eat the blooms, but I'm going to have to look it up. Anyway, I will talk to you later. Bye for now.